nobody really thinks that Bush or McCain have a real answer for the challenges we face. So what they're going to try to do is make you scared of me. You know, he's not patriotic enough. He's got a funny name. He doesn't look like all those other presidents on those dollar bills, you know.
That was Barack Obama yesterday in Springfield, Missouri. We're playing that soundbite for you because today McCain campaign manager Rick Davis referred to Obama's comment and declared, quote, Barack Obama has played the race card and he played it from the bottom of the deck. It's divisive, negative, shameful, and wrong. In an interview this afternoon, Davis continued, again referring to Senator Obama's description of himself that he did not look like previous presidents.
I don't know how else you explain the quote that you just played other than to believe that somehow Barack Obama was calling something we had done racist or something we had done with racial overtones. Otherwise, I don't know what else he was talking about.
Did Obama play the race card yesterday, or is the McCain campaign just trying to change the subject away from the criticism over McCain's latest attack that relies on Paris Hilton and Britney Spears? Joining us is Democratic strategist David Goodfriend and Republican strategist Alex Johnson. And David, to be fair, when has the McCain campaign ever said about Barack Obama, he's not patriotic enough, he's got a funny name, he doesn't look like all those other presidents? Have they ever said that?
Well, let's be serious. Political campaigns operate in code. I think this audience that's watching today understands that. And when you have a candidate over and over again who started the negative mudslinging and over again says, Barack Obama doesn't get it, he's not like it, he's not one of us. He's saying things that in code represent a overall picture that McCain is trying to paint of Barack Obama. You can't trust him. You can't rely on him. He's inexperienced. He's not like us. These are all code words. And frankly, I think it should be obvious who started the mudslinging here. I didn't see negative ads against John McCain's character or John McCain's background or John McCain's experience.
Alex, on that very point, and speaking of code, Lindsey Graham, who's supporting John McCain, said today, he attacked Obama by saying leadership without experience is dangerous. Isn't that a bit loaded? I mean, it's not like Lindsey Graham would say that about George W. Bush, even though George W. Bush had less experience than Obama when Bush was elected president.
Yeah, well, I mean, clearly Obama doesn't have much experience. I'm here in Chicago, Illinois, and you talk about leadership. This is a man who skipped 130 votes here in Illinois, so as a state senator. But the reality is, I guess Obama's getting frustrated. You know, he went to Berlin, he spoke to 200,000 people, and yet he comes back to the United States, and the race is getting closer and closer. And so, unfortunately, he now has to inject race into the campaign. And
but
it's
Alex,
a shame
isn't it the McCain campaign that's using the word race? The McCain campaign is the one who's saying that something Barack Obama said was racist.
Well, how could you interpret his statement any other way except for it to be a racially motivated statement?
But you could say the same thing about Lindsey Graham. You could then say that, well, what Lindsey Graham said was clearly racist because he's suggesting that Barack Obama is dangerous somehow.
No, David, no, I totally disagree.
David,
talking about leadership and then talking about what somebody looks like on a dollar bill are completely different things.
David,
let me jump in here one sec. We're witnessing the McCain campaign lurching from strategy to strategy here. They're looking for something that will stick. If you want proof of that, look at who's leading this effort. It's the same guy who, in 2004 against John Kerry, was looking for some criticism that would stick. It's the same playbook. They're just using it this time to look for something that will stick. Unfortunately for the McCain campaign, it's not really working.
Well,
and so
I want to get to one other thing. I want to get to one other thing before the segment ends, and that is the issue of taxes, because that has got a lot of people confused. I want to play for you, Alex. Here's what John McCain said yesterday at a town hall meeting. Here's the tape. Watch.
And I want to look you in the eye. I will not raise your taxes nor support a tax increase.
Now, just a few hours later at a fundraiser, here's what John McCain was quoted as saying away from the cameras. He says, Senator Obama wants to raise your taxes. He wants to raise your taxes. And if any negotiation I might have when I go in, my position will be that I'm opposed to raising taxes, but we have to work together to save Social Security. How can you reconcile those two? I mean, on the one hand, you either raise taxes to save Social Security, and then you got John McCain saying, I'm not going to raise your taxes.
David, We clearly know one candidate has promised to raise our taxes, okay? We know that Barack Obama has made that promise. John McCain has said he opposes it. He said he was opposed doing so in negotiating Social Security reform. I don't know what more he has to say. He will not raise your taxes.
But we're talking about promises. Then there's John McCain promising, I will want to look you in the eye, I will not raise your taxes nor support a tax increase. And then a few hours later saying, well, that's my position when I start negotiations.
Could he be?
Well, to me, it's very unclear. To a lot of fiscal conservatives, it's unclear when John McCain's giving an ironclad promise and then a few hours later saying, well, that's how I'm going to start negotiations going in. And then you hear conservatives saying, well, wait a second, what is John McCain going to negotiate then? Is that going to be his opening position? And then we're going to find out that he's actually raising payroll taxes. In any case, David, good friend, and Alex, I appreciate you both coming in. You can see that we're all pretty charged, especially me about this. I promise we'll give you more time next time. Alex Johnson, Republican strategist, and David, good friend. I'm filibustering today. I'm sorry. Thank you both, though, for coming on.